all the leaders that are with us today. All right. So our agenda for today, of course, it's going to be a leadership call, and we have like it's so I'm so fired up and so excited because we're going to be listening to great leaders, not only coming from locally but internationally. They're global builders with us, and I used to work with them with a few projects. And we know I know how they build the global market, and I've seen their massive leadership as they're gonna be bringing another, like I don't know, I cannot even I cannot even explain how big this project will be, but I am so very excited. I am so honored to be a part of this because we are opening Asia, and our leadership will be the one to be in the on the front line, in the forefront, in bringing this good news, in bringing this best opportunity right now. All right. So without further ado, Dirk, let me just uh, okay. So I'm gonna be giving the floor, of course, to no other than our great leader, a friend, a brother from another mother. Like I really, I'm really so honored to partner with this gentleman, the sales gentleman from Europe, and I've seen how he handled massive leadership every time that he's bringing something to us here in Asia. So with his great leadership, with his mantra of being a lion, which is we are carrying that with our team, the Digital Lions. Of course, we are here as a team together. So without further ado, let me welcome with us no other than Mr. Dirk Salman and Miss Sabine Salman, the great couple. Thank you so much, and I'm giving the floor now to Dirk.
Thank you. Thank you, Marco, for that introduction. Hello, team. Hope everyone's doing great, although you might be on holiday right now. And I'm very pleased and honored that you're taking your time to look into that project. When I talked to Marco a couple of weeks ago about a new venture, I want to give you a little bit of the background that we are having so that you see what kind of massive project we are rolling out right now to all Asian markets, but also internationally. Marco, can you give me the opportunity to share my screen?
Yes. Give me 1 second. There you go. There you go. You're all set.
Wonderful.
Amazing, amazing.
So I will give you, first of all, an insight about who we are and what we do. And today, I want to talk to you about something revolutionary.
Dirk, sorry to interrupt you, but can I just acknowledge, because I've seen like a big leaders from other countries in here. Like give me like 30 seconds to acknowledge them. All right, amazing. Thank you so much for that. Let me just acknowledge, of course, Miss Rose Gorgonio from Hong Kong. I've been working with her with a big project recently. We just got like a big project also from Europe, and she's one of the top-notch leader that I've been working with, and she's here with us. Miss Rose Gorgonio, thank you so much for being here from Hong Kong. All right.
Hi. Nice meeting you, everyone.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Rose. I just want to acknowledge as well, I don't know if she's on camera, but I just want to acknowledge CT or Miss Cora Tolentino. She's been my partner in building like a global business as well, and been with us for 5 years with Digital Lions, and I'm so happy that she's here with us as well. Under her leadership, we have Miss Susan Te, we have Miss Celeste Garcia, We have also, I just want to acknowledge Miss Bess Noble Franada from Seattle, USA is with us, even though it's 4 a.m. and in their place right now, and she's here with us. Also, I just want to acknowledge as well our great leader as well, corporate-wise, business development-wise. I just want to acknowledge Miss Fanny Miss Fanny Guanzon. Thank you so much for being here. If you are there, like, please show yourself. All right, Miss Fanny, you're there.
I'm here, but I can't start. I don't know why my video is not showing.
All right. Okay. All right.
But I'm here, Mark. I'm here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Fanny. Miss Cora Tolentino, say hi. Thank you so much.
Hi. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah.
And can you recognize Dr. Austria also?
Oh, where's Dr. Austria? Yeah, we have a doctor in the house. We have a Dr. Austria with us as well. Doctora, where are you? Dr. Rosario Austria, thank you so much. And I know that you have invited a lot of leaders that are coming in with us as well. Also, I just want to acknowledge as well one of our leaders from Davao City. We have Christos with us in the house right now. So also, I just want to acknowledge Miss Diana Juanson, who is like a big leader as well here in the Philippines. Hi, Miss Diana. Great to see you.
Hi, yes, hi.
There you go. Thank you so much. And also Miss Bing Garcia in the house. All right, amazing. Amazing. All right. If I miss somebody, Miss Dulce from Hong Kong as well, and the rest, like, welcome once again, and we'll be acknowledging you later on. But I'm giving now the floor to our big, great leader, no other than the lion himself, Mr. Dirk Hamann. Go ahead, Dirk.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you for the introduction. And again, hello, everyone. Thank you again for taking your time today to listen to what we have to bring to the table. I know that some of you, we already met on some meetings, either in the Philippines or Southeast Asia, where we already had meetings. I will share a little bit of information about what is coming next and why do we have such a strong belief in that project. We are talking today about a company named Zenzino, and I also have some very important people from Zenzino with me today when it comes to the rollout. And I want you to understand why we decided to go all the way in with that company. First of all, I want you to see what kind of people we are so you understand what are the reasons why we make projects so big. When it comes to the point, the Zalman Consulting Group or Zalman Academy, why did we do that? I give you a little bit of an insight. Sabine and I, we are married since 14 years, but we are in this industry already a long time. I started my career when I was 17 years old, and I started that career in building up a big sales structure for a European network marketing company. I did build up in 1 year more than 20,000 people. And with that, already learned at a young age, when I was 17, 18 years old, what it needs to take to bring out something massive to the market. So Sabine is here. We met each other in a project named New Ways. It's an American company that we already consulted in the last stage when we were on the corporate side. So Sabine is doing this business already now since 20 years. She is mostly in the part of, what do we call you? The Oreo and the filling in between, you know, how she handles people. I'm the massive driver of sales structures, mostly doing this business since 27 years now. And since 14 years, we're having our own consulting group with 5 offices in the world. And we are founder of the Zalman Academy that you can see here. The Academy is one part or one big part of what we do to build up massively people out there into different kind of projects, but also in different kind of mindset. When you see here what we did in the past, on my seminars, we had more than 1.5 million people already attending. So I did seminars worldwide in more than 60 countries with more than 1.5 million people. Marco, and some of you already saw me on seminars, you could see that we are wanting, our biggest interest is that people can develop in this industry, in the network marketing industry. So we are not only giving you tips and tricks how to build faster, but we bring you also programs for mindset, for personal development, to build up a fast, strong business within this industry. And the most of you are top leaders, so the most of you know what it needs to take to build up the next big step. And here we can bring into Zenzino also our knowledge about how to train people, how to build up retention, how to massively build up leadership. Within my last 10 years, I did build up 28 millionaires, income millionaires, stable income millionaires with that seminars. And I want to bring that knowledge into now Zenzino. Here you see that over the last 10 years, we did build up more than 400 projects and were responsible directly or indirectly for 2 billion new sales for these projects. 2 billion in 10 years, so that means 200 million per year that we did build up for projects, for companies in this industry. We also helped more than 50 startup companies to go into the world of network marketing, but also retail business. And of course, we are a proud member of several kind of direct selling associations, because we are doing this business so long and this world of network marketing is so small that you have to show that you integer, that you loyal, and that you can build up something from scratch. And this is what I did in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, I did build up one of the most successful startup companies in network marketing since the last 10 years. I brought in a company to 46 markets within 1 year and did build up 100 million in sales after 2 years. So I know, and we know what it takes to concentrate and focus on something and to roll it out real big. And after we left that project, we now were in contact a couple of weeks with several kind of companies, because when we, with that reputation that we have, go out and build up a new company, a new business, this must 100% fit to the next step that we are doing. So I'm not here to challenge myself to build up another 2 years and then another 2 years. Then I could go into the background and do my consulting job. But I wanted to find something that has the ability and the stability and the moral to bring an international project to $1 billion in this industry, and that on a fast track. Therefore, we prepared ourselves and we challenged ourselves to look for the right company. The right company, and I can tell you right now, when I left the last project, I had basically, I think, about 200 phone calls with owners, CEOs, that they wanted to try to reach out to us to see if we can bring them the same success that we had within the last 2 years and a couple of years before. And so we made it not easy for us to take a decision on a project that has the capability, but also the drive and the opportunity to make it to $1 billion very fast. And now the decision since this weekend is done, and I'm very glad that the one that convinced us to do that project together with us is here on the call. And there you can see some pictures of us, which was the foundation when we went to Oslo to meet the owner of the company, was the foundation why we decided to make this project big. Zenzino is already a company that is established that in a couple of years already. So they made all the mistakes that they could do on the way. But there are 3 reasons why we decided for Zenzino and didn't go for a $1 billion company or big budgets or big money that were people throwing at us. Zenzino, first of all, has the potential from the product. You will see the product later on, but it's the company that has blood test-based nutrition. You can see it in the picture down here. That is my own test that I did. It's very easy to do. And a blood test is very viable and is a scientific proof about your body status and different kind of markers. Here you test the fatty acids because 95% out of the people out there in the world have a problem with their balance, with their fatty acid balance. That means omega-3 will put these people, first of all, into a foundation of a test-based nutrition. I wanted to have a product that everyone can do easily. So here you see a balance test. I will show it to you in full screen later on. Everyone at home can do a balance test and have that blood tested easily everywhere in the world and see what he has to do to sustain a better life, a better balance with his body. And that's easy. Every one of us can sell that. So I go to the people and say, have yourself tested, try the products. After 4 months, you get a second test, and then you see the result, and you already are in balance. So this is a part that was so important for me that I wanted to have a product that everyone can duplicate with. Every one of you, every one of your team can say, have yourself tested. I mean, what is better than a scientific proof based on a blood test to say, are you out of balance or are you in balance? That's so wonderful. No one else has to say something. We don't have to make up a story. We didn't find something somewhere in the Amazonas that we have to sell. No, we have the blood test speaking for our product, and that's the most important thing. Secondly, what was important is that the ownership and the management understands and lives MLM, network marketing, because we are building normally very fast. We did build $1 billion within the last 10 years. So I need a management, I need an ownership that can handle this growth, that can handle also the international relationships that we have. It was wonderful to talk to Marco again a couple of weeks ago. We had some meetings out there in the Philippines and Southeast Asia last year. It was wonderful meeting you. And it was, nothing happens without a reason, right? We came back together. We started to talk again about rolling out the Asian markets with you and your team, and it fits perfectly because the product fits. Marco and the teams and we worked already together. We know how we work with each other to make and concentrate big momentum. Look, when we start a project like Zenzino, look at Zenzino today. We are approximately about 100 million in sales per year, but we are still, Zenzino is still a sleeping giant, you know. They just recently opened the US market. We are starting to open up the Asian markets. Australia is open since last year. So they're still at the beginning. Orion was concentrating on building a massive, stable, customer-based MLM network marketing in Europe. And in Europe, I can tell you, many people know about Zenzino already. But still, when it comes to internationalization, I remember a project that I had 14 years ago with a European network marketing company. There were 200 million at that stage. And I told the owner, let's go international. I will help you to go international in all markets, and then give me 10 years to see what happens. After 10 years, this European company went way more than 1.2 billion in sales. So we know how to create momentum in international markets. And therefore, I need the same kind of team, the same kind of mindset that we have here to create with a core leadership team. In this project, this is the first call that I'm doing right now to reveal that Zenzino will be, or we will be with Zenzino and building up massive momentum out there. I'm glad that it is with Marco and your team, because DIGITALIONS and the line itself, that has to come together, right? I mean, lions and lions work together. We created the Lions Tribe, which is a wonderful building tool and an academy that gives everyone the possibility within 12 months to reach a financial independent status. and I can bring that very easily to you with Zenzino together. So we will bring the Lions tribe to Zenzino, and when there's a Lions tribe, there must be digital lions with it. So it's always good to have you on board. There will be also massive leadership teams joining out of Europe, out of the US, out of South Africa. So there will be a lot of leadership teams moving and joining the Zenzino story with us together, because they say they need a reliable long-term basis of a company that still is on the move to just create momentum. So when we are now on the move, just creating momentum, for us, it will be easy to attract 100 and 200 top-notch leadership to that project worldwide. So when you see now, in my last project that we did, in the last project, we brought a product that no one knew from zero to a hero. You Google today the product, you will find it everywhere in the world. And the same but better, I want to do, and we want to do within Zeno, test-based nutrition. 95% of the people having a lack of balance because of omega-3. And we will bring test-based nutrition in an offline version, but also in the next steps with some, let me say, tech advancements to the world. So in 1 or 2 years from now, everyone will know through the creation that we are doing test-based nutrition. That is such a wonderful story that we want to bring out that momentum to all the countries in the world. Right now, we are on the way already to build up massive teams. So you will see it in Business for Home, direct selling news. You will see the joining people. You will see the rank advancement of people. You will see the momentum, hashtag test-based nutrition, that we will create in the future. So when you give a test-based nutrition, you will find Zenzino everywhere in the world. And here are some pictures of the first event in Oslo that we took. There's Doug, the CEO of the company. The management is a public traded company, which is an important factor, because I have a secret for you. When we do reach some high level ranks in that company, I know that the ownership in the company will give us some shares as an incentive. And remember, the only company who did a right thing with the leadership regarding to shares, you have your income out of commission, you have your income out of the teams that you're running. But when you take the shares of a company where you built your own success with it, was Herbalife. Herbalife had people that earned only $10,000 per month, but they became millionaire because they hit share programs out of every time that they did something. So we have also with Zenzino the potential and possibility to become a shareholder of this company with publicly traded shares and build up two kinds of income. One income is that we already know, compensation plan, building up teams, creating massive momentum. And I guarantee you, we will do that. We will be the forefront with your teams to build up that massive momentum, hashtag taste-based nutrition, I can tell you. But the second one, if we concentrate then on putting us in a situation where we receive shares from the company based on our performance, we also have a share program that brings us to the next income. The real big incomes, and I can tell you, is something that you bet on companies. You are a shareholder of a company that grows. Who of you wanted to have shares from Apple, shares from Microsoft, shares from Facebook? Every one of you. But you couldn't create the fortune. You were totally relying on the company that has massive momentum. Right now, we are in a situation where we now can create massive momentum. And just talking about the shares are right now on the NASDAQ in Sweden, and they are still undervalued. That means when we put out momentum to that company, when we put up massive international momentum to that company, the shares will increase dramatically. So we have it in our own hands to create our own share value with that company. So you don't have to rely on Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or someone else who drives their company where you want to be shareholder with. Now we have the potential to become a big part of the shareholder team of that company with our own hands, with our own massive momentum. And I can tell you, we will create that massive momentum. You just have to be with your teams and build up with us together. I showed already 100 times to do that. I showed already the world how to create billions and billions of sales with a leadership team together. This is what we always do. I'm not the guy who's in front of the stage and taking all the credit for everything. I'm out of that. I did that when I was 20, 25. There I already had my ego. But now it's about to create a family, to create something that everyone would like to join and build up something with moral, with integrity and loyalty. That is the most important thing for us. That it fits so good with Zinzino is basically a part of the company status right now, because the company status already showed since more than a decade that they are loyal, that they have integrity, that the management is in place, which is important. On the other hand, the owner of this company he's first of all European, so he tells you straight on what's going to happen with you or not. Secondly, when he tells you something, he walks the talk. So meaning he's promising and he's delivering. That's the European mindset that he has. And that's what I love about it. I would never go with another project where you hype a lot of things, and after 1 or 2 years, you figure out, wow, that's not happening, that's not happening, that's not happening. So for us, the decision to take within Zeno was very crucial to understand what is the ownership and what is the management thinking. How and what kind of people are they? Look at the past of people, and then you see what happened with them. I still today receive from several kind of projects messages that after 2 or 3 years, I never touched any kind of business in another company actively. Why? Because for me, when I build up something, for me it's important. I can build up out of scratch, no problem. I can build up momentum out of scratch anytime, anywhere, in every country. That's no issue. I'm always integer with the projects that I build up. Mostly important with the people that I build up. I will never touch someone else's businesses as long as he doesn't want to move to me. That's the most important thing. Therefore, our mindset is loyal, integer, but creating momentum at the right time, at the right place. And this is what we want to build up within Zeno. That fits perfectly to that. And before he has to leave the call, I want to introduce you to someone that is the owner of Zinzino and is the most important part of why we decided to go all the way in with Zinzino in our next project. So he's on the call, so I want to give him a little bit of the stage right now, that he can talk to you and show you what Zinzino is, why Zinzino is there today, and how he thinks going to be the next step of Zinzino. So Orjan Seele, I'm very proud and happy that you are on the call today with us, the owner and the founder of this wonderful project, Zinzino. So thank you for being with us, Orjan, and maybe you can say some words to that Asian team.
Hey, thank you so much, Sabine and Dick. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys over the past, I'd say past few weeks, really. It's not been that long, maybe it's a month by now since the first call, so that's good. And with me here, we've got Nikki that I've worked with for a year. We've got Rob that I've worked with for over a year, which are down in Australia, taking care of that operation. And Rob is also heading up a lot of our Asian expansion together with Sabine and Dirk and Nikki. And then good to see you, Marco. Can't wait to have a personal chat with you. That's going to be very exciting. And good to see everyone else here. I love that you take the time out to take a look at Zinzino and the exciting journey that we have ahead of us. We've been around for 15 years. We grew stable for all of those years, which is good. We're over 100 million euros today, which is a nice size. But 8 years ago, a miracle happened. And I'll tell you shortly about that, and then I'll give the word back to Derek. And that was that I had some significant health issues myself. So I became a multimillionaire in the direct selling industry in my young 20s. So when I was 26, 27, 28, I was making 200,000 plus euros a month. So I already created that very early. And then we launched our own company because, as some of you know, things doesn't always go as planned, and the owners aren't always who you think they are, and all of those stories that you've probably been a part of, or you might have heard of from friends and family that have been a part of that. So that happened to us as well. And we founded our own company, and we did really well, and we were very happy. But at the age of 35, I lost my personal health. And when you lose your health, the money, all of the other things isn't as important. I'm not saying that they're not important, but when you lose your health becomes your number one, which I just realized at a very young age. And I got the same problem that my grandmother had for her whole life, as long as I knew her, and that several other family members have. And that was that I had a problem with my gut. Defined into the closest I got to a diagnosis was that I had a leaky gut problem. And in fact, a lot of people around the world have a leaky gut problem, but not so often at the age of 35. So I got it at a very young age. And what it cost me to was that every single meal that I ate was painful. Now, I'd been spending already nearly 20 years, or at least 17 years in the health food industry. So I was taking 200-300 euros worth of supplements every single month. I'd taken omega-3 supplements from I was 7-year-old kid. You mentioned Amazon berries. I was a part owner of a company that produced the Amazon berries. So I was taking acai berries. I was taking all kinds of different things. I tried everything. I was eating greens. I was doing all the right things, trying to heal my gut. I could go through mangosteen, a lot of those things. I tried all of it, and nothing worked. And it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And 8 years ago, when I was 37, I got asked from the scientific advisor that we have with our company, Ola Eide, and he had developed this product, and I didn't know him at the time. Have you tested if you have the right balance in your cells? And I said, no, I've never done that. What will it tell me? Well, it tells you that if you don't have the right balance between omega-6s and omega-3s, your body doesn't work the way your DNA was programmed to work. So every cell is kind of compromised. They're not giving the output that you need. And you can see that easily at skin or at hair or early aging, or that people just have pains, people just have different problems. So I was skeptical when I heard that and said, I've been taking omega-3s for 30 years. And now he says that I'm going to check my omega-3 levels. And then he says that an omega-3-like product, this is not a clean omega-3 product. This is much more, but that's going to change everything. And then I'm going to get my health back. I don't know if I believe that, but I took the test. I started taking the product, which is a polyphenol omega-3 oil, balance oil. And 4 months later, I could eat any food that I wanted to again. I had no more of my issues, had my energy back, I had my youth back. And now, 8 years later, we've gotten 300,000 people on this product. And of course, also on the rest of our health protocol, we've got specific products for digestion, specific products for immune, in addition to the balance of the body. But 8 years later, I feel young, I feel vibrant, I'm healthy, I can eat anything that I want. And out of those 300,000 customers, I can tell you, probably about 60,000 of them have life-changing stories like me, and the rest is doing it to avoid getting any problems. And all happened because the before and after test didn't only make me do the right thing, but it actually measured that I was doing the right thing. And that's the big difference. When we get a before and after result, we know we've done it, and that gives a much better result. So Zinzino is today ready to expand globally. And that's exciting. That's a moment that I've been waiting for my whole career. I've been waiting for this moment. And I'm a field person, just like you guys. I was introduced as shareholder and founder, but we receive commissions every day and every week, just like you guys, from customers, from recruiting in our new lines, from building and driving depth in our team. So that's where we make our money, is from the field. Yes, the value is created in the shares, but the income that we have is from the field. And it's just so exciting to have that opportunity to take it around the world. So I would be so happy to help you guys get launched as one of the first big teams over in Asia. In fact, it will be the first big team over in Asia, to be quite frank with you, that is moving in, and then hopefully there will be some more teams as well. But maybe you guys just eats up everything, which would be a pleasure. And then help you guys take your teams from Asia back to Europe, from Asia back to US, from Asia into Africa, from Asia into the Middle East. And I know India is Asia, but Indians like India to be India. And from Asia into India, and have you build a global team together with us as we expand. So I'm just excited to meet all of you guys. Did you have any follow-up questions, Derek, or are you happy?
I'm very happy, and I could already see the excitement about Orion and the company, and that is the most important thing when it comes to the ownership. Ownership needs to have excitement about their own company. They don't need to take just the company for making money. They need the core excitement about why this company is there. And you can see it in every kind of level what Orion does. And Hilda, his wife, she was pregnant when we met each other. Now she has born a baby, the third one. Congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
On that call. So, but Orion is well committed, because I told him when we create massive momentum, we need him to speak with us. We need him to show this excitement on stages, on Zoom calls, and he's very well committed to get that momentum with us together and to create the next billion-dollar company. I mean, like Orion said, we are at 100 million right now. What takes us to create the billion? It's just another step. I saw that in 3-4 years to create that. And with that wonderful product where you can duplicate that easily with just a balance test, that is easy to do. Everyone understands the balance test. Everyone understands why he needs to take that product. And again, 95% of the people out there need this product. They need omega-3. That is already tested. Zinzino already did more than 500,000 tests in the world, and they saw at the beginning 95% of the people needed that product, although they already took omega-3. So that is not, again, another omega-3 product. That is an exceptional omega-3 product. Orion, why is it so exceptional, you think?
Well, I'll jump into that quickly. And by the way, 95%, that's Europe. In the US, the number is 99%. In Africa, the number is 99.5%. In India, the number is 99.5%. And I guess throughout Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, we're going to talk about 99% will not score in a perfect balance. So there is a couple of things to understand about our body, because everything starts with cell function. Inside of our body, we've got 100+ billion cells. So a lot more than that. It's 10 times 100+ billion cells, something like that. A large number of cells inside of our body. Each one of those cells has a cell membrane. And the membrane is built up from some specific fats. And those are around the cell, and it's forming the foundation. So your skin cell has the fat, your brain cell has the fat, the cells in your eyes has the fat, the cells in your heart, your blood veins, and so on. All of those has these cell membranes, which is built from fat. And inside of that, the body can make nearly everything, but it cannot make the omega-6s and omega-3s. We have to get them from our diet. So now that has been a growing omega-3 industry because the omega-6 is easy, because the farmed food, all of the expansion of modern food, the way we feed our live craft, the way we feed the fish, the farmed fish, and all of the vegetable oils that we use in our cooking today, all of that is omega-6. So that's easy. So we've got plenty of that. But then on the other hand, we've got omega-3s, which only really comes from fatty fish. There is a little bit in a few other things, but the most part is from the fatty fish. So now there has been a growing industry in the omega-3, but that industry left out some of the important things. Because just because I take omega-3 doesn't mean that it ends up inside of my cell membrane. It goes into my mouth, goes into my digestion tract, and then just small parts of it is picked up into my blood, and even smaller parts of it is going all the way out into my cell membranes. And that's what you find with a typical supplement that you find in capsules, that you find in different highly concentrated product and so on. So you might eat as much as you want of that. In fact, out of every customer that we have in Cincino, 20% of them report that they are taking omega-3s, and still 95% of those fail this test as well. So the omega-3 that we're taking was not making it into the cell membrane. That could be the dosage as well. If you're taking a high quality and you're still not getting it into the cell membranes, it's just what it is. I'll tell you one short, very fun story about that, because a doctor in South Africa got tested with this balance test about 6 months ago. It was actually 7-8 months ago, but it's back in January. And he had been manufacturing his own omega-3 brand for over 15 years. And he had searched out the best quality in the world, which he found in my home country, Norway. Norway is the biggest omega-3 producer of the world, just so you know where I'm coming from. And then he had been promoting that in South Africa, and he is the most sought after speaker about omega-3 in all of South Africa. Then he takes the test after 15 years devoted to omega-3s, the best in the world. And he was actually paying, I think, between $60 and $80 a month for his own omega-3s to have a good balance. A good balance on the test is a 3-to-1. This doctor scored 31-to-1 and was 1,000% from where he should be, which for me was just amazing that he could be a specialist in the field and still not get results. So what's the difference? Well, this is omega-3 made in the original way. So when you eat this, it is as bioavailable as you eat wild-caught salmon. The omega-3s is in natural triglycerides, which is important because that's what our body has learned to recognize. And then it's mixed in with a protective agent of polyphenols, because everywhere in nature where we find omega-3s, we find them together with polyphenols, which is a special antioxidant that stops fat from oxidizing, both in the bottle, but also during our digestion and all the way into the cell membrane. And that's why those are chaperoning the omega-3s all the way in. And then we also use the sun vitamin, vitamin D, to make sure that the immune system understands it and controls it. And that's what makes all of the difference when you take this product compared to anything else. So the South African doctor on his second test, on a much cheaper product, got a perfect 3-to-1 score.
That's amazing. I mean, the stories are out there so many times. And again, that is so easy because it's test-based nutrition. People see a result when they do the test between the first test and the second test after 4 months later. And then they see the test result when they use the Cincino products. So Orion, when someone goes in and tries and started to test himself, and after 4 months, a second test, I know that there's a possibility that they can get their products for free in between. Is that correct?
No, so if you test the first time and you have a perfect score, then we refund you all the money. You're not the customer we're looking for. We're looking for the 99% that failed the test. So then after 4 months, then you know that you have gotten a result from the product, and that creates a very loyal customer. We've got the most loyal customer database in all of nutrition globally, with over 60 to 70% of those that starts ordering it in August this year will be continuing to order it in August next year, which is an incredible retention when they buy it every single month again. So it's an incredible product to build a residual income with.
One last question. We're not only having the oil. First of all, for all the vegans out there, I'm vegetarian, so there's a vegan oil as well that has a similar result-driven force. Is that correct, Orion?
Yeah, you get exactly the same result with our patent-pending vegan formula, an amazing product. I once tested the head of the biggest vegan society in the world, omega-3s for his whole life, and he'd been taking all the different kinds, and here finally we come with a product. His first test was 21.5 to 1, I believe it was, and then he comes on our patented formula, and 4 months later he has got what he'd been teaching the world that you should have, a perfect 3 to 1 result as well. So incredible. Then we do have some more products, the synabiotic fibers, and depending on which market you're in, I don't know what will be available, okay? So we're talking about early stage here, but this is something that balances your gut, because everyone needs to balance their gut. And in our gut, there is about 7 times more bacteria in our body than there is human cells. Or just 10 times more bacteria than human cells, and 70% of that is in the gut. And you might have heard about probiotics, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This is a product that does what the probiotic is promising. It does it in 4 days, and it completely changes your gut into being gram-positive, so you have all the good bacteria. And when you combine these two, you take away nearly all of those gut problems that you hear about all the time, and it's an incredible impact. And then we have the Extend, which is all the phyto and micronutrients with the beta-glucans and the carotenoids and all of the things that you need to have the functions inside of your cells and everywhere else in your body working. And that's called the health protocol, which is the best thing someone could do for their health.
And we have the outside serum skincare as well. Something inside, and they will take care of their health, but also they can take care of their beauty and skin with the serum. So that is also another great product out there that the people could use.
This
correct?
is the most inside advanced anti-aging protocol ever created on the planet Earth. And then we have the outside, which is the skin serum, which is some of the most advanced that you could do to stop the aging on the outside.
Wonderful. So we have a concrete package. I want to show it to you. Marco, can you again let me screen share me? So I can show you the 4 different directions of Zenzino. Yep, thank you. Wonderful. So there you go. I hope you can see it. Can you see the screen sharing? So we have on the one side, we have the balance situation on the top with the oils, with the vegan oil, with the balance test.
You have to click one more down, I believe, or click one more up.
Wait, just a second. Maybe you see it now. You see it there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the immune and brain functions on the other side. We have weight control, which I'm currently using, and we have the skincare. So we have everything for every customer out there. But the retention, I can tell you guys, coming from the balance test. So everyone believes what it's right in front of him. And the laboratory, I showed you a picture before of the laboratory that runs the test. He has his own method how he can test dry blood. So that means we don't need to test it in our fingertips right now and be at the laboratory. We have 2 weeks time to send the test on a paper into that envelope, into that laboratory, and he still can use this dry blood for testing. And that is the most important thing, because right now we are at a stage where we test the fatty acids, but we also can, in the future, test other markers on the blood. We also talked about tech and advancement with Orion. So we had our ideas, and I saw Orion and the team is already on the way for the next step, which makes us, you know me as a tech person, as a tech guru out there for network marketing as well. So I'm bringing in all the ideas, putting it together with Orion and the team out there to develop the next 5 years of Zenzino as well into another development of a product direction. In the future, it might be that with tech together, the retention rate of a customer will be even twice much higher than we have right now, because a customer can see every single day what his progress is on how to use and why he uses the products. But that's the future, that's the next step. Right now we dive deep into the product that we have right now, and with the balance test, everyone can do that. You can talk to people and say, you are out of the 99%, have yourself tested, see the results. It's a 12-page PDF document that you receive, and you see the results, and what you need to do is already the solution. So yeah, thank you, Orion, for being here for the first impression. But we have, as Orion said already, more people here that are important, especially for the Asian markets. Rob Hawkins is on the call as well. He's a long-term friend. Yeah, Orion?
Yeah, I have to go to my next one at 2 o'clock. So thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Orion, for being with us. And we see you soon on the next call with the teams. Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Orion.
Thanks,
And
Orion.
say hello to Hilda. So Rob is on the call, a long-term friend of mine. Already, we know each other since 15 years now, Rob. We made a lot of ventures together, and he decided to go all in with Zenzino on the corporate side. I'm glad that he's on the corporate side for us as a COO for Australia and the APAC region. So meaning that he will go all in with us together in the Asian parts to roll out Zenzino. Rob, what do you think about Zenzino? Why did you decide to be in that project? And how now do you see with us together the rollout of the Asian markets? What do you think?
Dirk, and again, thank you so much for inviting me on the call, and for the fellow leaders on the call as well. Appreciate your time and energy and effort in just looking at what we're doing here in Asia Pacific and where we plan to roll the whole company out. So certainly from our side is to understand that, you know, the corporation and why Zenzino. Zenzino is certainly one of those companies. When I saw it 14, 16 months ago, I was very privileged that the corporate role was where I wanted to be. With the vision, obviously, bringing the company to Asia Pacific. And then obviously, Dirk, when the crossing of paths came again for this project to come to fruition, it was really a true dream come true that we could partner again and start this project where we left off last time. And, you know, I see guys, okay, with especially the Philippines and Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia. We can do a lot of great work with Zenzino. Like Orion just said, in my opinion, the balance test is the key. From myself that's been in the wellness fraternity or in the wellness industry for the last 21 years, I know that we've all spoke about great products, but now when I talk about the balance test, we can prove that our amazing products work, okay? That's on the internal as well as the external with our incredible serum. So we've got a great blend with the protocol and also serum to deliver great products in the Asia Pacific Rim, and especially obviously in the Philippines once we can get the operation in play there. So from my side, Dirk, this is a really great, it's just going to be unbelievable.
Wonderful. I'm so happy and glad that we could work together now on this project on several different sides. And Rob is the person who will push with us together the markets that are not open yet, and to concentrate on the markets in Asia, Southeast Asia, especially also the other parts of Asia, to push them through that we can build up. Rob, where are the countries right now that we can do business right now?
So guys, we're putting a mechanism in place that Dirk and Sabine has requested we do for you guys. We're putting that mechanism, that system in place. First up, number one, Australia. Okay, so we've got full on-the-ground operation here in Australia, 100%. Everything you need, it's growing, like literally, it's going crazy here in Australia. On the 9th of September at 9 p.m, okay, I will be opening up the Hong Kong China marketplace. So we will have Hong Kong China ready as of next month, okay, on the 9th. So that's ready as well. So just think about those couple of markets alone that we can work in. So that's Asia Pacific. Then part of my whole journey that I have to get ready for the company is obviously Philippines, and obviously then Singapore, Malaysia. That will come into play very quickly. And then Thailand, Taiwan. Understanding that we've just purchased that company in Malaysia, and that allows us access to all the direct selling licenses in those 4 countries that we need. So I want you guys to think about it. I know that the Filipino people, I've just spent about 9 months there myself working on the ground all the way around the Philippines. So I know the country very, very well. Once we start building this, we can build from the Philippines and then build out. Now, even though your country may not be open today, let's just think about the countries that are open. We're putting the structure in place for you so we can build around even though the Philippines is not open. So, answer your question, Australia, Singapore, then up to Hong Kong, China. When we get those ones, because they're the easy ones to do, and then Malaysia is going to be ready to go, then followed by Taiwan and Thailand. They're our key countries right now. I want you guys just focusing on, and let's say just for the next 6 months, it's going to be massive. I haven't spoke about obviously Europe, okay, with your connections, okay, and then obviously North America. So, but right now, my responsibility is those marketplaces in Asia Pacific.
Yeah, wonderful, and I love it because I know you have so much experience as we do in the Asian market. So you coming from the side where you make it happen, where you don't have 2 or 3 years to open a market. So we are just on the fingertip on opening all the markets and duplication that we need right now. We already have markets open, but the rest is the next fingertip. As Rob said, in the next week and 2 weeks, there is another market opening. So that's going to follow up very soon. And that is the thing that I meant. We are right now at the right time in that project because we can roll out the massive teams all over Asia and also in other markets that will create the momentum with us together. Also on the call with Rob together is his wife, Nikki. And Nikki is the person on the upline leg that we are having between the shareholder and our teams. Nikki is in between. So Nikki, are you here with us? Say hello to the new teams in Asia.
Hi guys. Hi Dirk. Hi Sabine. How are you both? Excellent. Fantastic. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Nice and clear. Great. I'm really excited to be working with you guys. I met you about 5 or 6 years ago. I know Robert met you beforehand. And I believe in life, everything in life happens for a reason. You know, you're in the right place at the right time and everything comes together. I do know that the company are rolling out something very special for you because of yours and Sabine's experience in the industry and training, also around the world, okay, especially Asia Pacific. I just wanted to say a couple of quick things to everybody. Just, you know, it's lovely having you on this call this evening, and we've heard some amazing information given from Orion, from yourself, also from Rob. The thing that really attracted me to this company, and I sat back for a little while because I just wanted to make sure it ticked all the boxes, and every time I went to check something out, it ticked another box. And the most important thing for me was to understand the test, and also to know that the company don't own Vitas. The company are an independent They're a 25-year-old laboratory that's been going for that period of time. They independently do our tests for us. So no one can say that we actually camouflaged something or we created something that wasn't for real. And I think that's really important when you're talking to someone. The other thing is too, we actually have a medical advisory board, and we have a gentleman by the name of Dr. Paul Clayton, which, we have evening sessions once a week on a Tuesday, where sometimes he comes on a Zoom call. It gives you all the information, which is very important from a doctor's point of view. But the other thing that really excites me, and I've never seen this before in direct sales, and that is that we are attracting so many practitioners into this business, which is something has always been hard to attract them into direct sales. But for some reason, they love coming into Zinzino. We're attracting doctors, naturopaths, homeopaths, chiropractors, pharmacies that are actually coming into the business because they're all on that information train, as I call it, about omega-6 to omega-3. So they are coming into the business. They enjoy doing the business, and they go out and they actually even recruit people that are from the same industry, which is fantastic. So guys, the opportunity is huge. And I've always said too that Asians are much more interested in health than maybe Westerners are. And so I can see where opening up in Asia Pacific, you guys are going to own that region. Okay, you've just got to get out there and talk to everybody, utilize the test, because I always say evidence defeats doubt. Proof defeats doubt too. It's your blood. It doesn't lie. Okay, which is very important. And I know that Orion was talking about it, vegans as well with our vegan product. We tested a vegan the other day that was 32.2 to 1. Okay, and I just got the test back from a doctor, which I explained to you the other day, Dirk. Every parameter was red. This is a doctor. You're opening up their eyes to omega-6 and to omega-3. You've only just got to go and Google it and see how important it is and what we can do with it. And besides that too, you've got a great compensation plan to work with. I've always said in direct sales, you get paid exactly what you're worth, not a cent more, not a cent less. You determine how big your check is going to be at the end of the week or the end of the month. Okay, so I just want to welcome everybody on board. I look forward to working with you. Rob and I are here to look after you, serve you. That's part of what we do in the industry. It's part of what Rob's job is in the industry, and it's part of what I do. And I do know that with Dirk and Sabine, you've got amazing leadership there. Okay, they're going to take you all the way to the top. Just trust them and work with them, and then, of course, work with us. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Thanks, Dirk. Thanks, Sabine.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Rob. So we have 1 hour, 15 minutes already time. I will show you a video about Zinzino, which makes the most sense within 3 minutes to have a look at what Zinzino can bring to the table. And after that, I want to quickly do a question answer session with you, Marco, and the team. And then we can do the next rollout, because we have to talk in the next call about compensation plan. We have to talk a little bit about Indeed, but right now it was an introductional call that you see what the opportunity is. So you can say, yes, I'm in it, or yes, I'm in it 100%. They are the two options. So we can do it together. I will show you quickly a video, and then we do the question answer session.
How would your life change if you landed the dream job? A fun, supportive and flexible community with a mission to help people in a way that gives you meaning, passion and purpose. Compare this with how most people work and live, in a time trap, a constant chase to get things done, no time left for you and for what you really want to do. What if you could partner with a company as a health entrepreneur, where you could help people improve their health and well-being? Zinzino is a public company listed on First North Nasdaq Stock Exchange in Sweden, with an impressive track record of continuous double-digit growth since our beginning in 2005. Zinzino now proudly serves happy customers all across Europe and North America. Everyone agrees that eating fish is healthy. Higher levels of omega-3 support a healthy heart, an optimal brain function, your immune system, and multiple other important functions in the body. Health organizations, governments, and scientists all over the world are in agreement. It is clear that you should add an omega-3 supplement in your diet if you desire good health. After analyzing several 100,000 balanced test results, Zinzino has proven that we don't eat enough omega-3 fats, and we eat way too much omega-6. This unbalance is now pandemic. In fact, 95% of the population has too much omega-6 and too little omega-3 in their diet and in their body. Both physical and mental health challenges can be traced to this, which contribute to increased social costs. The Balance Health concept is our lead. It is far more effective than a normal omega-3 because it is rich in olive polyphenols and vitamin D. We also offer a range of products that are cutting edge, best in class from the new science of pharmaconutrition. Think about this. We share a product everyone is recommended to use that will improve both you and your customers' health. Our test will prove the effectiveness of our product, and in only 120 days, if your first test shows that you are in balance already, we'll give you your money back. I got excited when I heard I could receive my product free. It worked like this. I placed my order of balance oil, and then I helped my best friend Linda, my colleague Andrew, my neighbor Carla, and my mom to place their orders, and I received my product free. All Zinzino customers can earn free products doing the same. Install 4 and yours is free every month. Your personal customers give you a direct sales commission, a recurring income, and free products. From your team sales, you make an initial bonus, and later a recurring. And now they too can earn their products free. It can be a lot of fun. The business potential of helping people is enormous. Zinzino is on the path of global expansion, and you can be a part of this adventure. Imagine the day you have 20 team members with 25 customers each. Soon, you might have thousands of customers in your team. You paid off your debts. You have more time with your family. And as your income increased, you've earned adventure trips, your dream car, and have a career that gives meaning, passion, and purpose. On top of your efforts, you have given thousands of people a chance to improve their health and get in balance. The greatest difference is not just what you do, it is the person you become along the way. Zinzino, inspire change in life.
So the most important thing for us is Zinzino already has it. So we have all the videos, we have the landing pages ready, back office is there. There's a fully functional back office for you for all the materials. So you can send around, and I'm talking to Orion right now about sales funnel situations that we have. So you can send out on messenger systems, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Telegram, the information, and they got channeled back to your page. And they can decide if they want to do the opportunity or if they want to become a customer. And products for free. Come on, guys. Products for free. When you share the message that balance, 99%, and in Europe, 95% of the people are out of balance because of omega-3. When you share just that is enough to give you enough customer attention and products for free. You have the product for free when you then share the message. We have a back office in place. We have Zinzino TV in place with all the videos on there and all the languages out there. So everything is already rolled out and planned. We have a Zinzino app in place, so everything is there. We just need to use it. We are there to create now the momentum. So in the next step, we will talk about in-deep presentation, in-deep how we can roll out, how we can duplicate, what we need to do in what country, in what step. This was the first introduction. Thank you, Marco, for bringing your team together. We are now, from this week on, challenging all the teams out there that we bring in. So we have a massive US team, we have a massive Africa team, massive Europe team coming in. Marco and his team will be the first ones always, so they get the most out of us when we build up the momentum with you guys together. Therefore, thank you, Marco. Thank you to the team that you took your time now And I think we will have some great steps ahead. I think, Marco, you will receive the feedback anyway, but if there's any question right now,
Yes.
I will take some time now to answer the questions.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Dirk. Thank you so much, Rob and Nikki. Thank you for the great presentation. This is just the introductory, but we are the fire and the momentum is already there. I just want to ask, like, because we have like 5 or more countries that are represented right now in here. We have Asep from Indonesia. Hi, Asep. It's a big market in Indonesia. I have Victor, a big leader in Malaysia as well. Hi, Victor, you're there. Amazing. Victor is also with us from Malaysia. Great, amazing. We have Miss Rose, Hong Kong and Macau is also with us right now. Amazing, Miss Rose. Thank you so much. We have Miss Arlene from Japan. Like, hi, Miss Arlene. Thank you so much for jumping as well. And also we have USA as well with us. Like we have Miss Bess. It's too early there, like 5 or like 6 in the morning in Seattle. So they're with us, and the entire leadership as well here in the Philippines. Like we have Dr. Rosario Austria with us. I believe Dr. Bien left already, but he was here, another medical doctor with us. And also, like, I've got already a lot of messages wherein they're asking, when can we have the product here in the Philippines? When can we have the product in Hong Kong, in Malaysia? And as you mentioned a while back, I've read the quarter 2, the Q2 report, wherein there is a company that you purchased, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a purchase of a company, BMA Life in Singapore, and they have a presence already in Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, and at the same time Singapore. And we have like what do you call this, like a big leadership there also in Hong Kong and Macau. And we are our team is ready. And yeah, they've been asking me, when can we buy the product? When can we start actually? Where's your link? Those are the questions that they've been asking. And I told them that the first call today, which is our call today, this is the very first time. This is just an introductory we're in. We wanted to know the timeline, the roadmap, when can we start, and what's the next move that we're going to do. So we just wanted to know, because we're ready. We wanted to start immediately.
From this Friday on, you have the possibility to sign up and then order the products when the markets are open. US market, of course, is open. Europe market is completely open. Rob, again, what is the timeline you think for all the other markets?
So we will have Hong Kong delivering products. We'll open on the 9th of September, and we'll have sign-ups from the 17th of September. So we'll be ready to ship products and take enrollment. And then we are going to move heaven and earth, and the Lord will help us, and everybody will be with us. Okay, to get obviously Malaysia, Singapore, and Taiwan, Thailand open by the end of this year, where you're enrolling and starting to get products shipped from probably Hong Kong. We'll ship products out of Hong Kong would be the easiest way to get it into those markets without a problem. So we're hoping to get enrollments for you guys in Philippines. So structurally, you can get in place, which is number one, structurally, and then we'll just start worrying about getting products delivered to you after the 17th of September.
Amazing. That's great. That's great.
We're nearly close, and we can have all these countries that are not in open markets. I will give you then the international sponsorship. So we will have, for instance, Russian market is not open yet. I'm working on that. Ukrainian market will be open soon. Indian market will be open soon. These can pre-register and build up the tree, and then they already can work on building and have commission on that. So that is also a potential possibility. I would think that we would do another call on Friday if possible, bring in them all, and then I give you the exact timeline and what we need to do to roll out in the tree and build up our massive leadership that we're having. And that is good, because then you're 1 week ahead. Next week, I will then onboard the Europeans and USA teams. So you will have a big advantage of that right now.
And also, Dirk, we're having a celebration next Tuesday on the 9th, okay, at 9 p.m. Hong Kong time. So I would invite every one of you leaders on this call and your leadership, okay, to get on that call. When you see the Zoom link, okay, get yourself on that link, and literally, yeah, you'll see the incredible lineup that's going to happen, and we'll have all the information you need for those other marketplaces.
Wonderful. And if possible, every one of you Friday again on the call, and then I will show you the timeline, rollout, organization, and everything that we need to do, and then start the momentum.
Yes.
Is that good, Marco?
Okay.
Amazing. Rob, when is the call for Hong Kong so that we could jump in as well? Like
the 9th of September, 9 p.m. Hong Kong, Philippines time.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. We'll be there.
999.
Friday. Yeah. So on Friday we could share the bonus plan, the compensation plan. We're gonna go a little bit in depth of our compensation plan. Yes, absolutely. We're going to be bringing a lot. Right now, this is just the leaders that I brought with me, and they have their own team as well. So we're expecting much more, like 3 times or 4 times, or even 5 times on Friday with the numbers. So yeah, thank you so much. We're excited. We are so excited here in the Philippines and also other countries that are here right now. These are my leaders, and we've been working together for many years. And yeah, again, thank you so much.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
In between, Marco, if you can collect the feedback so I can already prepare the answers on the questions on Friday, and then we take 1 hour on Friday. I give you the business insight and the compensation plan insight, and then answer all the open questions, and then we can start.
Yeah, Dirk, like let me just open at least like a 1 or 2 questions from the team. Like guys, if you have any question, Dr. Ostra, if you are asking about the vegan products, like she's asking how much and when can we bring it here. Dr. Ostra, you're there. you're asking about the product. So
I'm here.
There you go, Dr. Ostra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were asking about the vegan oil.
Yes.
What is your question on that, doctor?
No, I was just kasi you had 2 kinds of oil, so I was excited about the vegan oils because I've been having problems with my patients who are vegans or vegetarians.
All right.
Yeah, I'm using the product because I'm vegan vegetarian. So it's having the same result as the regular balance oil that we have. So I give you a more insight on Friday about how it works. And Rob is taking care of that. We can massively roll out by last quarter, then roll out the products to you.
Correct. The good thing, guys, is that fortunate for myself, I do have a management team in the Philippines that I have access to. So there's a whole structure sitting there. Once we're ready to hit the button, and we'll go hard now. If you guys are ready, we'll go hard to get it open.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Any other question, Coach Albert? Do you have any question?
Yes, I have a question really in mind. I prepared this even before the call, you know. Of course, I'm wondering if this is really a good company. I'm asking now if this is the first time to launch their market in the Philippines, or has there been any chance before that they have a market penetration in the Philippines that did not succeed, or what's the plan? I don't know.
Never been open. Yeah, never been open before in Asia Pacific. Australia was the first country, and then I've taken control of Hong Kong, China, and then the rest of Asia.
All right, thank you so much. That would be great.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Coach Albert. Yeah, definitely. We are the first ones, the forefront, the first liners that we're going to be opening not only in the Philippines but also the other Asian countries. And it's an honor, it's an opportunity for us to really be there, the first ones. All right. I have.
The good thing is with you and your team, I have another or more Asian Pacific up to big structures up to India. And the good thing with the leadership that you have, you came in first come, first serve. So all of them I will place underneath you. So you already have legs that are growing and growing. I will support you with placing them underneath you. So you have to just concentrate on the other side.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I told the team like we're gonna be discussing this week, within this week, the right when Rob said that like strategy and positioning, this is very important since the leadership. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you so much for that, Dirk. We thank you for your support on that because we wanted to have like a really strong team and we could move forward to leverage on the other countries that you're gonna be putting under us. Thank you so much. Victor from Malaysia, do you have any question?
Yes, I do have a question. Understand that Zinzino has taken over Vima Life this year.
Yep.
Okay, and Vima Life has presence in Thailand, in Singapore, and Philippines, and whatnot. Okay, and how is this taking over of Vima Life is going to incorporated in your expansion plan in Asia?
Yeah, so we open up 4 of their branches. We're taking over 4 of their offices, which is Malaysia at PJ, so out of PJ near the Hilton there. Okay, so that's where the office is. Then Singapore, there's an office in the heart of Singapore. In Thailand, we have an office in Thailand, and we have an office in Taiwan. So we've taken those 4 offices and also their operation, which we will rebrand from November onwards.
Okay, all right. And what about the existing members in Vima Life in these 4 countries?
Yeah, they're already in one structure. They're already in a company structure already. That was part of the takeover to do the buyout. Yeah.
Okay.
But that structure will stay there. That structure will stay there. But as you know, there's 27 million people in Malaysia, so there's a couple of people spare.
Yeah, sure.
And the good thing is, Victor, I'm having an office in Malaysia as well with a very old friend of mine. He's running my office since 14 years now in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. So I have big teams in Malaysia waiting already. And the good thing is, when you are the Malaysian leader, you will get them underneath you. So that's all fine.
Okay.
I'm running country by country.
Victor, just so you know, Victor, there's one big leader in VMA Life, just so you know personally yourself, and that whole structure's under her, because it was Vima, as you know, beforehand, and over the last 3 years it fell apart. Okay, so yeah, we picked it up at the right time. We wanted it for the license, so we own the license now. The government's now granted Zinzino the license. Our products are now approved in Malaysia. Okay, so we're ready to go with all the oils. Okay, that's ready to go. And November's the go date.
Okay, all right.
Just that the founder, okay, Mr. Kenneth Koh, he lives in Singapore, and we can't get him in Malaysia, okay, without the 14 days at each side. So there's a problem right now, obviously, with him isolating when we get him there, then when he gets back out to Singapore. So he loses a month in isolation if he makes one trip into Malaysia. So everything we're doing is on a Zoom call, even though, as you know, it's 3 hours apart, okay, from the 2 offices.
Okay, all right, sure.
Okay, but we're working hard, very, very much so. And I'm happy if you need to do an office tour, if you need to go out and just have a look at the office and meet the staff. My support desk for Hong Kong, okay, and Asia is actually going to be in Malaysia, okay, so at PJ. So it's going to be very handy for myself and us guys. So my staff, my internal support staff, will be working out of that as our Asia HQ. So for you, Victor, it's a perfect dream because that is Zinzino Asia Pacific HQ is Malaysia.
Okay, cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much, Rob, for that. I would like to ask Fanny Guanzon, do you have any question for Rob and Dirk as well? Miss Fanny, are you there? I think Miss Fanny is not there. Miss Cora Tolentino, any probably like 1 or 2 questions more before we go?
Well, I am good, but I would like to ask, what are your plans in your registrations in the Philippines? Because normally that's what they ask from us when we get people, meaning the SEC and the FDA, so that we do it legally. So like you said, I think you are opening other countries, but when we start, at least you should have a plan for us before we start.
So the plan is that we're moving forward immediately with the registrations. We've been given the board approval to do that as of yesterday. So we're now got access to start the registration process. I do have, like Dirk, we have consultants on the ground in the Philippines. So we've made connection with those guys. The FDA approval, because we're a food supplement, okay, the approvals will go through very easy in the Philippines. Yeah, I can see within 90 days or to put an office together, and especially with COVID lockdown right now in the Philippines, it's very fortunate for us that we can do a lot of things because you guys can't get out in the streets, okay? So there's a lot of work that we're going to do remotely via Zoom and use our consultants internally of the Philippines to get these registrations done very, very quickly.
And in the meantime, I talked to Marco about it, that we will have a 3-month team office already. So we prepare and pre-launch the market in the team office in, we said in Ortigas, right?
Yes.
Ortigas, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Amazing.
Another question.
Go ahead.
How is your payment system? Is it in dollars or converted to pesos?
It'll be paid in pesos. Everything we do is always in local currency.
Direct to the bank or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zenzino actually has its own internal bank. Okay, we don't use a payment gateway. We use all of our own internals. And when we open a country, we pay directly into your bank accounts.
Okay, thank you very much.
Great. Thank
Pleasure.
you so much for that. All right. Anyone else? One more question before we let Rob, Dirk, Sabine, and Nikki go. Anyone? All right.
Then we can prepare the questions, Marco, for Friday, and then I can go through them all with the business presentation and the compensation plan. So, yeah, wonderful. Again, thank you, Marco. Thank you for inviting all the team. Thank you, Nikki and Rob, to be here, being locking arms to create that massive momentum into Asia. And good that you are already now in the pole position with us together, because we will always take care of the people that first come, first serve with us, always the time. America will be a little bit later, 15th of September, they go in with us. So you see their massive momentum as well. Europe goes in 16th of September with us. So massive momentum in there. As soon as we can travel, we come back. Of course, to the Philippines, Malaysia. I have to go to my office in Malaysia as well again. Singapore, so everywhere. And we will have an incentive for you guys, for all the Asian people coming to Sweden and Oslo with us to the headquarters. But I will give you that incentive after our first startup meeting then.
Amazing. Dirk and Rob, we have a big leader as well in Indonesia. Do you have any plans in Indonesia? I have a SEP here from Indonesia as well.
Yeah, Mr. Kenneth Coe is working on that PMA Live. So that's in play right now as well. That was already happening. We know Indonesia is going to be a great market for us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
And I said, you will take it over, right?
I think this Zeringo is a very, very big company, right? And this good opportunity for me and team in Indonesia. Okay, maybe for the next, I follow Mr. Marco.
Wonderful. This is now going to be for the next 10 years, because Zenzino will give you so much retention on the customer product, on test-based nutrition. No one will go back into something else when they have the blood test ready. So from average side, every distributor has an average 10 customers. Can you see that? 10 customers gives you $500 per month. That's what the people need to do. That's it. Easy peasy.
What is the current retention rate that Zenzino has in Europe?
Current retention rate is more than 48% right now. So they stay 12 months in the system with 48%, with an average between 80 and 90 euros per month.
Okay.
It's high rate.
Very solid. Very solid.
More than
48% is month to month.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the same thing in other regions. When we lift up the test-based nutrition, I can tell you the people will stay at 40, 45, 48% in retention rate. So when you bring in 1,000 people, 480 people will stay in the system. And that is an easy peasy thing. That's what Zinzino, why we choose Zinzino, because they already showed it. They have 20,000 people active in the system, but 300,000 customers active in the system. This active customer base will give every leader the perfect retention for a long-term business, you know, not hyping, but really steady growing the customer base. That is our biggest advantage.
And again, Dirk, yeah, we're talking about 2,500 pesos a bottle, guys, for those guys in Philippines. It's about 2,500 pesos per bottle. It's a very, very affordable product for 1 month supply.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Can I ask another question, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. Regarding the dry blood analysis, we do it. We do the pricking ourselves and get a drop of blood, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
And as you said, you will put it in an envelope and send it to the laboratory.
Yeah.
Which laboratory is this?
So what it will do, the process is what happens is you'll put it in an envelope and send it to our office in the Philippines, and then we will handle it from that point onwards. And then it goes to an independent laboratory called Vitas over in Norway, in Oslo, Norway, which is a gold standard laboratory. It's one of the largest Omega testing laboratories in the world. And right now we're sending about 3,000 tests from Australia a month to it, and we do the same process. And we're doing about 20,000 globally now in Zinzino. 20,000 tests.
Yeah, and they are over 500,000 tests right now. And we were with Vidas, with the owner Thomas. He is a professor on the university in Oslo. He is the master mind right now in a circle of scientists bringing dry blood tests to the market, because dry blood tests is pretty new. They have their own methods on that. They have their own machines on that. And therefore, he founded Vitas, the laboratory, and Vitas has an exclusive agreement with Zinzino for that blood test and fatty acids. So right now, it's only be done in Norway and will only be done in Norway because the environment of testing there and the viability of the product tests that we have there, the blood tests that we have there, will always be stable. That's what my first question was, can we do it there and there and there? The best thing is to send an envelope everywhere from the world to Norway, because there the same amount of test results will be there. And therefore he can, and he moves on, he also does marker testings for other things, like for bigger company, for Pfizer, BASF, and so on. They have all big clients because they have a method that is extraordinary and unique. And they started that with Zinzino, and Zinzino is the exclusive partner for blood testing in omega-3. And therefore we can, in the future, we can do much more things. We can do blood testing for vitamins, blood testing for other things, but that's the future. Right now, concentrate on the focus. 95% of the people are out of balance, but always in Norway, always in that laboratory. And Friday, I showed you a picture from the lab, but I have to show you Friday again, the picture of the lab. It's amazing, this guy.
Yeah.
There is no extra expense on the part of the members in terms of sending the dry blood. Okay, thank you very much.
Local post stamp, and that's why we set up the envelope internally in each country. Okay, it's different in Europe. Europe, they send it in themselves to Oslo, but here in Australia, Hong Kong, China will be, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia will all send to our local office, and then we send it 2 or 3 times a week in an express pay.
Okay.
All right, amazing. So once again,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cora. Thank you, Dirk and Sabine. Thank you, Rob and Nikki. It's an honor for our team that you are here with us right now, guiding us all the way and creating the we are now creating the momentum for Zincino here in the Philippines and other countries as well. So once again, thank you so much, and see you again on Friday, and September 9 as well for Hong Kong. See you, and have a great day. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Good night, and thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. See you guys soon. Bye.
Good night. See you in Hong
Bye.
Kong.
Kuwait group